Hello everyone. This presentation focuses on the preamble to the Constitution. What is a preamble and what is the purpose of a preamble? A preamble is a preliminary or introductory statement attached to a statute or a constitution. The purpose of the preamble is to answer the questions like who made the Constitution, what is its source, what is the ultimate sanction behind it, what is the nature or form of the government that is intended to be established, and what are its goals and objectives. The Indian Constitution has an elaborate preamble. The preamble does not grant any power but gives directions and purpose by outlining the objectives of the entire Constitution. The fundamentals of the Constitution are contained in the preamble. It contains the enacting clause that brings the Constitution into force. It declares the rights and freedoms which the people of India intended to secure to all its citizens. It declares the form of government which is sought to be established in the country. It throws light on the source of the Constitution, namely the people of India. The words in the preamble, we the people of India, in our Constituent Assembly, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution, indicates that the sovereignty lies in the people and not in the institutions created by the Constitution. No institution can claim to represent the general will of the people. The union created by the Constitution is indestructible and the states have no right to secede from the union. In an enactment, when the enacting part is clear and unambiguous, the preamble cannot qualify or cut down the enactment because the preamble of an act is not a part of the act, but when the act is ambiguous, the preamble becomes an aid to explain and elucidate it. Is the preamble to the Constitution a part of the Constitution? In Berubari Union case, the Supreme Court held that the preamble was not a part of the Constitution. But in Kesavananda Bharati's case, the court held that unlike the preamble of an act, the preamble to the Constitution was enacted and adopted by the same procedure as the rest of the Constitution, and so it was a part of the Constitution, and that this difference was not brought to the notice of the court in Berubari Union case. Preamble being recognized as an integral part of the Constitution, it becomes a valuable aid in construing the provisions of the Constitution. The framers of the Constitution set out three broad purposes to the preamble. One, to constitute India as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Two, to secure to the citizens of India justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among people of India fraternity, assuring dignity of individuals and unity and integrity of the nation. 3. The Constitution emanates or comes from the people of India and not from any external or lesser source. The source of authority under the Constitution is the people of India, and there is no subordination to any external authority. As the head of the state is not a hereditary monarch but is elected by the people, India is a republic. As the Constitution ensures the creation and existence of the government of the people through their participation in the formation of government at regular intervals on the principle of universal adult franchise, India is a democracy. As India can take decisions with respect to itself without interference from any other country, it is sovereign. The word socialist in the preamble indicates that the aim of governance is to establish an egalitarian society by eliminating inequality in income and status and standards of life. The word secular indicates that the state does not recognize any religion as state religion and treats all religions equally. The expressions justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity are given content by enacting Part 3 and Part 4 of the Constitution, consisting of fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy, respectively. According to Dr. Ambedkar, Principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity are not to be treated as separate items in a trinity. They form a union of trinity, and to separate them from one another is to defeat the very purpose of democracy. Separating liberty from equality or equality from liberty or liberty and equality from fraternity cannot be done because equality without liberty would kill individual initiative and liberty without equality would produce supremacy of the few over many. Securing liberty, equality, and fraternity to the people of India is aimed at ensuring social, economic, and political justice. Harmonious blending of selfish nature of man and the good of the society is justice. When collective good is achieved instead of and in the place of individual good, justice is said to be rendered. When the ideals of political, social, and economic democracy are combined with ideals of equality and fraternity, India would become a country in which the poorest feel that it is their country, in whose making they have an effective voice, and a country in which all the communities live in perfect harmony. Now, can a preamble be amended under Article 368 of the Constitution? This question arose for the first time in the Supreme Court in Keshavananda Bharati case. The court held that the preamble is a part of the Constitution and can be amended, but the basic features in the preamble cannot be amended. The court said that the edifice or structure of the Constitution is based upon the basic elements mentioned in the preamble, and if any of them is removed, the structure would collapse and it will not be the same Constitution, or it cannot maintain its identity. An amending power cannot be so interpreted as to confer power on the Parliament to take away any of these basic characteristics of policy. To sum up, the preamble to our Constitution is of extreme importance, and the Constitution should be read and interpreted in the light of the grand and noble vision expressed in the preamble. This, in brief, is about the preamble to the Constitution. Thank you.